Hi everyone, I just thought it would be fun to share my process, what I do to get my patterns ready, basically my pattern prep to get my sewing projects done. So first of all, of course, we have our pattern here. Butterick 5638 is the pattern that I'm going to be working on next. And so when I get my patterns, I usually do, like most of you, flip it over and see the amount of fabric I need and the notions I need to get for that specific pattern. But also what I do, like most of you, I open up the instructions and I scan through the whole instruction sheet to make sure that I have everything that they say I need for that pattern, and I'm talking about the supplies and the notions. Now the reason why I say this is because sometimes you're going through your pattern instructions and you realize that you may want to do a different technique to get to, what the instructions is trying to get you to do. You may want to use bias binding to conceal the zipper or to finish off your seams, or you might want to use, FOE, fold over elastic on the neckline. Because these are additional supplies, it's not going to be in the back of your envelope, and that is why in order to do the next step, you have to know what the instructions specifically say that you need. So, moving along. This is my little purple book that has pretty much everything that's going on. I mean, I'm talking about grocery lists, everything. I also put my sewing supply list in my current little book that goes into my bag. Now, the reason why I'm specifically showing this to you is because I want to recommend that you do use a little book. You do not want to put your pattern, supply list, whatever it is, on a piece of paper. Why? Because paper has this weird, uncanny way of looking like trash. And when you're cleaning up your space, you might mistake it for trash, throw it away. It has all your information on it. It's gone. Okay, so as I said, this is my little book. As you can see, these are some Joann coupons. I always have those on hand. And these are the patterns that I'm going to be sewing next, and I usually put the size, the amount of fabric that I need, regardless if I have it as stash or not. And then I put the notions that I need, as I said, regardless if I have it in stash or not, in my book. These little asterisks, it means that seeing that I already did this prior, I went through what I have in stash or, my supplies, and these are the things that I don't have. So whenever I go to Joann's, the whole flyer thing that I did last week, these are the things that I have to get. So as you could see, for Vogue 1223 that you would see in a few minutes, I need, a zipper, and I need some muslin so I could do like a test pattern. So that's the next step, making your list. And then, okay, so there's different ways of doing this, but for me, I find that Ziploc bags are the best thing, or plastic storage bags, however you want to say it. These are the best things for holding my project at this stage. What I do, this is one of the new Vogue patterns that I did get on last Friday. When I cut out my patterns, because that's what I do. When I get home with my new patterns, I take that time to cut out each individual pattern that I'm going to be using in the next coming weeks. If it's just a pattern I just want, just to keep on me, I'm not going to cut it out. I'm just going to put it in a box somewhere. But if I know I'm going to be making it in the next few weeks or month while I'm sitting down watching TV or whatever little time I'm on the phone with my mom or family members, friends, I cut out my patterns. I find that once I cut out the patterns, sometimes you have multiple patterns. It's better to separate your the pattern sheet, the pattern pieces that you're going to use out of the main pattern envelope and leave the other contents in your pattern envelopes. But these two patterns here, Vogue 1258 and Vogue 1223, they don't have additional pattern pieces. You know, everything in here is what you're going to use. But if I was using one of those Simplicity multiple patterns for like 2, 3, 4 different views, I would leave the ones that I was not using in the original packaging and just use the ones that I'm going to be using in the Ziploc bag. So that's my next step. And another reason why I definitely recommend these storage bags and this method is because you could take this anywhere. You know, take for instance, I wanted to record this today, so I just basically picked up everything and stuffed it in a market bag and took it over here. During lunch, I come into the library, that's where I'm at right now, and I, you know, I put thread like to mark where the darts is and stuff like that during my lunch break. That's a whole hour that I probably won't be doing anything really productive, and you know, it's good to just relax and just do something, you know, with my hands. And that's what I do. I take up the whole package and I bring it to work in my market bag, and I put like, you know what, that's the next step. So after I'm done cutting out the pattern, I have to modify my patterns because I do a petite adjustment, and I also add like extra ease to the hip area, you know, because I'm like a multi-size. So as I said before, this here that you're seeing, these are my modified patterns and the fabric that goes with the actual pattern already cut, and all of this stuff is for Butterick 5638 in here. This is everything, and as I said, you see it neatly fits into this Ziploc bag. I have everything that I need. I also have, let me see if I could pull it out, I also have the zipper, I also have the bias binding. It's like a little project kit. Like, honestly, everything fits into here. Because you know what? At night, when I'm sewing, I just wake up like 2 o'clock in the morning and I want to sew. I don't want to be looking for stuff. I just want to have everything just all together. This is black fabric. You can't really see it as an embroidery linen, and you'll see it once it's made. But my black thread, my creams, my grays, all those threads are in like a little container because they're all neutral colors, and I use those colors all the time. So at least I know where that is. That's why you're not seeing black thread, which is the only other notion I need for this dress here, because I have that right there, always at like arm's reach, you know. So that's pretty much it. That's how I get all my stuff together all in one place and make my little storage bag, little kits, and I put everything all together so I'm able to have everything. And this is pretty much it right here. Look, I'm showing you guys, I'm putting it together. I carry this with me. I mean, I have even taken it to New York. So, you know, I could have stuff to do, you know, while I'm down there visiting my dad. I go through and I mark all my stuff, you know, with the additional time. So, I hope this gives you like a window into another thing that you could do to make yourself more efficient, and you know, let me know if you have any other ideas, or if you're going to use these ideas to make yourself more productive in your sewing room. Thank you. Bye.